Hello everyone and welcome to another GilBroz gaming live stream. I am the Dude and we're about to react to a pro as he plays Conflict of Nations. We're going to be watching Con_Sweaty, so head over to his channel if you haven't seen him yet. Play Conflict of Nations, he's very good. He has been playing games with us and he will be playing games with us in the future also. Hey Chris, how's it going, man? So what we're going to be doing in this video is we're going to be continuing on looking at the North Korea solo campaign that Sweaty plays on his channel, and we're going to see what we can learn from his tactics and the game as a whole, as well as get to watch his skills at play. So let's jump on in, guys, and we can sort of discuss how he does things, why he does things, as we go.
This is my fearless radar division. And here are my two secret agents.
Sweaty, if you're watching this, I have to.
You'll see how they completely destroy all Allied aircraft,
hope you appreciate it.
Force the larger Polish army into a full retreat, and conquer half of Europe. Think that's unrealistic? Well, I think so too. What really happened? You'll find out in just a few minutes. Let's go back to a week ago. Unaware of the consequences, Poland is flying over my territory as if it's his own. I sent my super agent on a top-secret mission to investigate the troop composition in Vladivostok. Unfortunately, it's just a small infantry division. The signature on the edge of the province confirms the intent to attack, so no need to be shy. At the same time, I decided to take over the Philippines, who is an inactive player, as well as Indonesia. I could capture Iran, but I'd rather leave that to the coalition of democracy so they waste their time there instead of attacking me. Russian minions have already gone off to feed the Korean sharks. The remaining signature is that Polish infantry we spotted earlier. At that point I haven't declared war, hoping to catch his troops flying over Afghanistan. Taking over the Philippines is very easy because I can use my corvettes and artillery.
No fight back, so he's made.
I don't even need to build an airfield nearby to use air forces for this task. The screen now shows my mobilization queue. The prospect of a war with the civilized world was so intimidating that I bought a bit of electronics using gold. Later, you'll see this was another case of wasted gold. As for technology, I've started upgrading to level 2 my elite submarines and research on naval strikers.
Use gold.
Currently, I'm checking Russian airfields, hoping to find something tasty. But no luck so far.
What is that menu?
I've also begun the capture of Vladivostok.
The old one.
The signature moving nearby belongs to Poland. I've started upgrading my elite loitering munitions to level 2. In the second half of the video, you will see it in action.
Yak. 38 in the Lancer. I've never used
a few hours later, my artillery spotted a Polish task force, sailing towards my peaceful nation. Even though he's taking a rather strange route, of course, I detected him, because I never blink.
He doesn't blink. He's got eyes
and
on
yet
everything.
Another naval signature
he
detected.
Inspires me. That's why I get so
this
many radars.
This covert assault is becoming less and less covert. Also, while capturing enemy provinces, I spotted infantries close to my former border, so I'll handle them soon. I decided to follow the previously noted signature and see what it is.
And he goes just in to see what they are.
It turned out to be that same task force I detected earlier.
I love it.
Nothing dangerous.
But that's really real.
As for my position in the rankings, Rocketman is currently in first place, thanks to the rapid capture of Afghanistan. The challenge now is that I only recently gained an economic advantage, and I'll need to leverage it while facing active confrontations with multiple enemies.
Economic advantage.
Meanwhile, off the coast of Korea, my corvette detected yet another signature. I sent aircraft to check it out. Since I couldn't see anything, it's clearly submarines.
It's clearly
in fact,
subs.
I didn't even need to send my aircraft.
There's no
By hovering over the signature, you can tell if it's a naval radar or sonar signal, just like I did earlier. At this stage my submarines have the ability to unmask naval units, while my corvettes don't. So I moved them closer to reveal the composition of the target. It turned out to be a missile submarine. He might as well have parked it right in Pyongyang. This kind of audacity deserves countermeasure.
Yeah, it does. Look
so
at him
delaying a declaration of war is no longer an option.
You can't be parking your missiles near me, mate.
I attacked with my corvettes and then retreated. Just in case, I need to keep the existence of my elite wolf pack a secret, or Poland might feel threatened and back off. I've started upgrading my anti-missile defense, as it's likely to come in handy soon.
You see, with the security council there, you can choose
the AA
to
radius
sort of
is larger, which
not
increases
attack,
the probability
so
of intercepting a missile.
Things secret.
My corvettes don't tolerate intruders in their waters, so they quickly sent the invaders down to greet SpongeBob at the bottom.
Yes.
My aircrafts rapidly cleared all targets on the western front, and now I've directed them to scout the airfield.
I must improve. There's more things I must do.
Soon after, I spotted a National Guard unit peacefully sailing past Indonesia. In this match, Indonesia will be my first line of intel gathering and defense. If I detect an enemy here, I can prepare for his actions in advance.
Yes.
I then sent my fighters to flood Poland's battle report logs. The airfield turned out to be empty, so I turned my attention to Volgograd and eliminated the local resident there.
I still haven't used these elite ones yet.
Another local residence in Nizhny Novgorod will also be hit soon. Even though the enemy has scattered troops across the map, they're easy to locate them, either in homeland cities or along my border.
He hit something. What did he hit? Eliminated the 24th Infantry Battalion.
Since Poland shows no reaction to my rampage, I've decided not to wait and started using my submarines to sink the Polish task force. The challenge here is that submarines aren't suited for deep water and suffer a 50% health and attack debuff, plus a speed reduction to 1.5. But the target is too tempting to ignore, even if it takes some time. Poland has no units that can detect my submarines, so I can freely circle around and chew away as much as I want. Or at least until Poland goes online.
Got to try and take
After the fourth attack, I finally sank 2 ships.
Oh, he took 2 out once. Nice. That's what is in chat.
The 5th attack also went smoothly.
He's loitering in the chat, isn't he?
But soon something changed. I spotted yet another missile submarine and another naval signature. Poland is bringing more and more troops into my coastal waters.
Can't be having them near. He just plans to nuke you and move in.
The signature moved closer to my wolf pack, and I plan to attack it since 50 minutes have passed since the previous attack. My submarines unmasked the composition of the approaching target, which turned out to be a naval officer with 3 frigates and a cruiser. Another easy catch for me, if I have enough time.
If I have enough time, why not?
And then, suddenly, another missile submarine started moving in from the direction of my beloved Korea. If the enemy were doing this intentionally, I'd say it's a decent flanking maneuver. I decided to return to coastal waters to remove the debuff and guarantee the destruction of the submarine with 1 shot. Otherwise, my strength may not be enough. This way, I can attack again in just 1 minute. Finally, the cooldown ended, I attacked and destroyed the submarine. Nice. Now it's time to head back to take on my old friends.
So you headed back to the shallow waters to get rid of the debuff. Now he's going to finish them cruisers.
Meanwhile, I started researching the orbital battle station Death Star 1, designed to enforce law and order throughout the Korean Empire. My station will also help identify targets and coordinate my counterattacks.
That's a stack you don't fear. What, the cruisers? The frigates and everything.
I moved my radar closer to the naval signature, and predictably, the Polish troops were grouped together.
Yeah, man. He's trying to come in at different angles.
The moment we've all been waiting for has arrived. Beautiful red lines show the path of missiles aimed at North Korea. But North Korea is prepared for defense and has no intention of surrendering. Especially now that I've destroyed 2 missile submarines.
Fire!
The first 2 missiles aimed at Hamhung were intercepted. This triggered my anti-air, but the missiles headed for Pyongyang remained untouched. Not ideal at all. At this point, I considered spending gold to speed up my anti-air upgrade to level 2. But my frugal side resisted the extra gold expenses, there's so little of it left. My defense rating matches the missile health points, but given the element of randomness, it might not be enough. And that's exactly what happened.
Won it.
Although not by much, the garrison in the city and some buildings sustained damage. Now let's take a closer look at the recent examples from this match and analyze the difference between AA defense modes. There are 3 of them: active, triggered, passive. The first is the active mode that is familiar to us. The air defense scans the area around it and attacks what it sees and can hit. The attacks happen every 10 minutes on a set schedule, at the same time. The second mode is triggered. It activates when any target or even a province within the AA range comes under enemy attack. It's important that an actual contact happens, attacks by patrols are not
the missile
counted here.
flew up and then came straight down.
In this case, after the contact, the air defense attacks all available targets,
like, no
and a
more.
10-minute timer starts. If there are any available targets when the timer runs out, the air defense attacks again. If not, it returns to the standard mode. Finally, the passive mode. The air defense is left alone with the missiles and uses its defensive stats. In this case, the defense stat is applied first, meaning the missile's health is reduced by the air defense's protection power. Then, with the remaining reduced stats, the missile attacks its target. That is why, it's important to leave the air defense exactly in the city or at the center of the province you want to protect.
So it still helps.
For example, if you wanted to attack a target in this province with missiles, you'd need to trigger both of my theater defense systems, and you can do whatever you want with it without any consequences until the cooldown ends. Let's go back to the North Korean campaign at last. I resumed attacking the enemy task force with my wolf pack.
Is way too good.
This time, the target was a naval officer. He lost a frigate, and after that, he began retreating. I chose not to chase him because of the speed difference. The Polish infiltrator near my homeland will soon be destroyed as well. Shortly afterward, I noticed that my National Guardian was taken down in a province close to Volgograd. It's likely that the enemy is attacking from a nearby airfield. I'll go check it out. At the airfield, I found a Polish wing of fighters made up of 2 ASF and 4 gunships. An easy catch. By the way, I had already damaged his airfield in advance, just in case.
Back him up straight up. Always sends him
Contact
out in groups.
established.
Love it. Followed him back.
I attacked the grounded helicopters and destroyed 1 gunship.
Retreats straight
My
away.
second elite wing is also headed to the airfield. Even though it's far away, I've calculated everything and I will have time to strike the enemy on the ground. I attacked, destroyed an ASF, and took down the airfield. Now the Pole has nowhere to go.
Nice.
Another helicopter down. The 4th strike on the airfield was also successful. On the 5th attempt, there was an air signature above the airfield. However, when I attacked the airfield, I didn't engage with it, which means it must be one of Poland's allies. Possibly Germany or Chad. Later, I returned to check it out, but there was no one at the airfield except Poland. Very suspicious, but I'm glad that unknown enemy spared me. I'm also using another elite wing to attack and conquer half of Europe. Think that's unrealistic? Well,
sorry guys, hang on, something just happened here.
I'm gradually clearing a path toward Poland. I need to take out one enemy after another. Poland is attacking even those airfields that I just started back, as it wouldn't be interesting. On the 6th air raid, I finally finished off the last of Poland's air forces.
Don't touch it. Don't touch the mouse at all.
Meanwhile, my secret agents detected 2 Russian fighters that returned to Moscow for refueling.
Because he has
I took this opportunity to attack them with my swarm. Given how many enemies I have, I can't risk my air force's health. One swarm strike wasn't enough, so I waited for the Russian fighters to return to Moscow again and used elite loitering munition once more.
Dude, why did you do that? Yeah, sorry.
By combining special forces and elite loitering munition, I'll become the ultimate predator, able to hunt down almost any target.
The ultimate predator.
At the end of day 29, tanks crept up to Volgograd. Fortunately, I didn't lose my minions. My air forces are already on their way to help. I had to retreat from the city to keep my recon battalion alive.
Trying to keep everything alive is important.
I'm upgrading my air superiority and strike fighters to level 2. In battles against enemy hordes, Air Force plays a crucial role, so it needs to be strong and have a high health reserve. Not long afterward, Poland began his ground invasion from India's direction. He is disembarking a division equipped with a mobile SAM.
Why does he keep coming through the sea?
Meanwhile, Chad is digging tunnels through Iran toward my border.
He's the T-Rex of conflict of nations. Yeah. The ultimate
He didn't
predator.
waste any time and began an invasion with a division of 5 units. Since the enemies are focusing on my distant territories in India, it doesn't stop me from developing.
That's so good, I remember.
Here you can see the redeployment of my troops. I usually cut this process from the video, but it's important to note that it plays a crucial role in repelling invasions. Poland has also started an invasion from former Pakistan's territory.
Hey, Phosphorus.
I'm rushing to strike both targets in time, one of which is disembarking, making it more vulnerable to damage. That's exactly what happened. The enemy division lost 36 health points, which is much more than my attack strength.
Poland's trying to sneak up in there, aren't they?
Currently Chad is digging tunnels through my territory.
It's not Chad as well.
Meanwhile, Russia continues his infantry incursions,
He's got
but my strikers are dealing with them easily.
Russia's coming in.
I'm flying to intercept a Polish UAV. No one flies over my territory.
He's got stuff flying everywhere, yeah, hasn't he?
I'm also attacking Chad whenever possible. Poland has now started launching ballistic fireworks at my airfields. However, he missed the airfield in Thailand this time. As you can see, Poland is attacking even those airfields that I just started building. This guy couldn't touch me with his ground troops, but he's still managing to throw a wrench in my strategic plans pretty effectively using missiles. A Polish task force is also stationed near Rostov-on-Don. He's probably there to try to attack my air force with his anti-air. But these tricks won't work on me. I attacked Chad's minions and took down one recon vehicle and one motorized infantry.
Touch. Can't even see it, but he's hitting it. Just see that little
During
dot.
the second attack, as my radar detected yet another ground signature, I started sensing trouble.
See,
and what do you think happened?
There's multiple.
I lost my entire stack of 5 aircraft in a single strike. This is truly a dark day for North Korea. Losses like these are an unaffordable luxury. The newsfeed shows 3 reports of my losses occurring at the exact same second. This means the enemy has not 1, but 3 powerful anti-air stacks. Right on time, my intelligence service arrived.
Yeah, I suppose
I sent them to investigate exactly what we're dealing with here. It turned out to be 3 large support unit divisions filled with anti-air units and artillery. Despite their high stats, they're very vulnerable to helicopters. Such an opponent is too much for me at the moment, so I'm planning to redirect my economy's entire power to mobilizing helicopters. While I prepare my cunning plan, I'll need to buy some critical time.
So he's
I've already started constructing air bases in all my cities. Think I'll ask for peace? Of course not.
Hell no.
I don't have allies when I play solo. The new North Korean leader doesn't fear a war with the entire world. For this, I'll be using all my troops and skills to deliver precise counterattacks, set ambushes, and retake territories.
I like the editing, man.
North Korea will never surrender so easily. Meanwhile, Poland greets me again with fireworks, and this time, he's aiming at the correct province.
But I don't like them.
My luck has run out.
Handy for stuff like this.
I've built a new airfield, transferred my aircraft there, and I'm also bringing in ground troops to delay the enemy. Recapturing territories and eliminating scattered forces is a key part of my short-term survival plan, so I first took out a recon vehicle in New Delhi and then attacked an anti-air division nearby.
After the little units everywhere as well, just to make sure that they...
This division was moving toward my airfield with hostile intentions, so it was swiftly destroyed. Ethiopia has joined the attack, while Poland continues targeting my airfields. My defensive operation is going quite well.
Oh, another Polish missile coming in.
I initiated an upgrade for my elite loitering munition to level 3. This tool is perfectly suited for the short-range combat I'm engaged in.
I don't know what the elite loitering munitions do. It's going to be interesting.
The enemy finally noticed the airfield from which my forces, like ants, are spreading out to counterattack, and has launched a ballistic missile. My aircraft are just returning for refueling. Think it's over? Not at all. There's one way to avoid disaster. Of course, I'm talking about destroying the airfield. When I do this, the aircraft that were supposed to return there will instead reroute to another airfield. It's probably a bug where the aircraft spend the same amount of time getting to the new airfield as it would have taken to return to the destroyed one. But no problem, this works to our advantage.
Got to fly over them now.
Unfortunately, one of my National Guardian was hit by the missile.
Just one?
It's sad, but the game was worth it.
Done well there.
A bit later, my elite submarine detected an enemy missile sub and attacked it, but then I lost track of it.
Only use them if you need to. I'll use mobile.
You can also see multiple reports of enemy diversions. My enemies are using every method to destroy my airfields, including sabotage spies. I'm deploying drone for my radar. Now I even have to use my swarm to weaken the enemy and make things easier for my aircraft.
Swarm, elite swarm.
Chad is once again using his strategy. He brings his stacks to the edge of the province, then sends an infantry forward to capture the next one, provoking me to attack so that his anti-air can destroy my planes. But this trick won't work on me twice. Besides, this strategy is very easy to counter. Let me explain how to get around anti-air. Anti-air fires every 10 minutes, and we know exactly when this happens in this match. Considering this, I just need to attack using patrol, halfway through that 10-minute interval, and the anti-air won't catch me. So, I simply have to attack Chad's forward units, and at least he won't seize my territories until he brings more infantries here.
Ah, smart. Every 10 minutes.
In the middle of day 31, Ethiopia and Poland began multiple landings in India and Indochina. The situation looks tough, but in reality, it's not that bad. The enemies are just trying to overwhelm me with numbers.
Ethiopia coming in as well. This guy's against them all,
Although
man.
my air forces have already lost quite a bit of health, but they still have enough strength to deal with these uninvited guests. It might not be obvious, but take note, Poland is specifically targeting my electronic cities and is not capturing them for his own use. He's leaving them and moving on to the next ones.
Yeah.
He's trying to crush me economically. For this approach, my revenge will be more ruthless than Revenge of the Sith. Let's turn to Ethiopia. First, I decided to destroy a lone battalion near Calcutta. However, I won't attack the division yet because it's currently in the suburbs, where infantry receives a plus 25% defense bonus. I need to maintain my air force's health reserves, so I'll wait until the enemy moves into a province without these buffs. In my villainous lair, I've already started mobilizing the Death Star 1 and 2 helicopters. My large-scale counterattack is coming very soon.
Ammunitions.
4 hours later, I attacked Ethiopia's tank division in the jungle. In Indonesia, Poland captured a coastal city and of course, he is now moving toward a city with electronics.
Yeah, for sure.
In India, I reclaimed some territory, and now my commando platoon is lying in ambush in the jungle to take down another intruder.
Gonna smash them.
I'm also attacking Chad's forward units. I'm giving up some territory, but for every advance, the enemy pays with his minions. While I have almost no losses. I'm gradually clearing a path toward Poland. I need to take out one enemy after another. If the enemy destroys my airfields, I'll come by land.
Speak louder, I can hear the music from the video more. I'm sorry.
At the moment, there are 4 separate targets in Moscow. This is the perfect opportunity for my special forces and drones.
Because it's live as well.
I launched first swarm, which took down 2 infantries.
How you doing, Sweaty? Anyway, you're
then
right.
I launched 2 more.
Con Sway's in the chat, people. He's the guy that made this video.
Leaving just 2 tanks. You can also see reports showing Poland and Chad sabotaging my airfields and other buildings once again. It's making me turn to the dark side of the force faster and faster.
The dark side of the force. He's getting angry.
Right now I'll show you why you shouldn't mess with my favorite unit in the game. With a radar. Think it's defenseless? Not at all.
Favorite unit.
First, using elite loitering munition, I took out a brazen Polish invader.
So that munition just goes down and smashes.
Then I approached a ship near Hyderabad. Say hello to my little friend.
Okay, that's
bad news for anyone who still thinks frigates can protect your invasions from the sea. Next, I turned to Ukraine, where my brave radar is now hunting for surface vessels.
That's a good idea.
Soon after I destroyed a Russian corvette that had been bombarding my electronic city. Regarding the situation on day 32, it took a lot of effort, maneuvers, and dozens of airstrikes, but I've repelled the first wave of the White Walkers' invasion in the east. As you can see from the losses, I am doing quite well in 4 wars at once. Meanwhile, my revenge on Chad is in the preparation stage. At the moment I'm researching elite attack helicopters and upgrading my regular helicopters to level 2. On the western front, my minions are advancing toward their treasure dream, Warsaw. And my secret agent is lying in ambush in Belarus. Poland definitely won't think to look there. On the same day, I spotted a massive Polish division in Mumbai.
Oh yes.
I don't want to attack it yet. I'll wait for the enemy to split it into smaller groups.
He's waiting for you to attack it. Yeah, he's got ships there as
well. Here's also an elite battle group nearby, consisting of a naval officer, 2 frigates, and 2 cruisers. I attacked it and destroyed 1 cruiser. It's clearly the same ship that fled from the battle near the shores of North Korea.
Yeah, it must have been damaged.
Then, I continued attacking it several more times while the enemy was offline. Meanwhile, I gathered my mobile anti-air into a single stack and began advancing toward Warsaw. I'll be doing exactly what Chad did to me. Let's see how he handles his own tactics. My radar division finally got close enough to the patrolling fighters and started dealing damage. I managed to attack only once since Chad reacted quickly and stopped patrolling. Additionally, my radar detected another air signature. Looks like someone's coming to assist.
What else is in the radar division?
My special forces revealed the composition of the target. It turned out to be a fixed-wing officer and 4 elite attack aircrafts.
Oh, nice.
I also spotted that he's on his way to attack my National Guardian. So, I immediately started retreating to regroup with my main forces using a rush. As a result, Chad didn't catch my soldier. Instead, he set up a patrol and received an attack from my anti-air, losing 1 EAA in the process. I consolidated all my forces into a single division, which is now ready to take the hit. Unfortunately, Chad quickly adapted and started attacking me with patrol in the proper way. My group of North Korean minions lost a lot of health, but all units survived. Later, my Special Force squad confirmed that the wing had lost a significant amount of health but still had impressive attack stats. I also discovered that 2 fighters are patrolling over Warsaw. I revealed my motorized infantry in the city of Suceava and began retreating when I saw Chad's wing heading my way. Quick quiz. Why do you think my infantry is rushing deeper into my territory?
I don't know.
A. To escape.
No.
B. To destroy aircrafts.
Probably.
C. To destroy ships.
No.
D. To destroy the world.
To destroy the world, we're gonna go D. Yeah!
You have 3 seconds to decide. So, the correct answer is option B. I am trying to lure the enemy onto a path that will take him over my anti-air when he returns to the airfield after the engagement.
Yes, take him over your AA.
When using AA units, it's not always necessary to stay in one place. By maneuvering, you can complicate life for the enemy and take an extra shot at it.
Yeah, true, yeah.
Although I couldn't attack Chad in the end, but the plan was still pretty solid. There's no point in hiding. I need to gather all available units into a single stack and push toward Warsaw. Chad decided to fly over me using his fighter squadron, and my anti-air destroyed one of them. After that, he attacked me with his officer again, destroying one of my mobile anti-airs.
No.
In return, I took down his next EAA. This exchange isn't bad, but considering that my radar division is almost all my units on the Western Front, the losses are quite significant. I tried the same trick I used before. I showed my units at the province border and started retreating. This time, Chad added another fighter to his elite squadron. Thanks to my special forces tracking the enemy's flight path at takeoff, I managed to retreat far enough to avoid getting hit. Now Chad has started patrolling directly in front of my anti-air. What an incredible stroke of luck.
Yeah, it's great, man.
Apparently, he relaxed, thinking my anti-air was too weak and assumed I'd keep heading toward Warsaw without stopping. He left his fighters patrolling along my likely route and went offline. At the moment, I'm biting the enemy squadron, dealing between 12 and 17 health points damage with each hit. This is a real gift for North Korea. After 5 strikes, only his officer remained. Now I see a motorized infantry heading toward Warsaw along with another unknown signature. Meanwhile, a Polish infantry is flying toward Syria, though I have no idea why. My anti-air attacked the officer, leaving him with just enough health for one more hit.
Not this guy.
The 7th anti-air strike eliminated his air officer and ended Chad's air dominance in this match. Now my radar division is on the way to Warsaw. A Polish fighter is about to go refuel. What do you think is going to happen next? There are 5 different targets in the city. It's finally time for my elite loitering munition that I've been waiting for. Simultaneous multiple target attacks are an ideal situation for the swarms. After the strike, only Chad's radar and 2 Polish fighters survived. A perfect result. Soon Poland came online and launched a ballistic missile at me. He is also attacking with his fighters, one of which I've already destroyed. In the reports, you can also see the continuous sabotage attempts by the Democratic Coalition. But this won't save them from the Korean invasion.
More nukes coming in, or bombs.
The missile missed its target, and my brave stormtrooper went to Krakow.
Get in. Look at him moving them just out of harm's way.
A little later,
so, missiles, can you not target units?
You
got to target spaces.
He has a strong and unpleasant stack with 3 elite attack aircrafts. My anti-air has already managed to strike it once. I lost another mobile anti-air, but fortunately, my National Guard survived.
National Guard's going strong, man.
The approaching air signatures turned out to be cruise missiles, which my AA had recently targeted. Also, take a look at the naval signatures near the city of Gdansk. These are Polish troops fleeing in panic from my radar division. The psychological effect of my rapid invasion and uncompromising destruction of enemy forces was so significant that it drove Poland's much larger army into a total retreat. Yet, if he had gathered his forces in one place, he could have stopped me. Here's a little spoiler: Poland will return in the next part, and you'll be surprised by how many troops he still has. The cruise missiles caused no damage. And I captured Warsaw.
Nice.
A few hours later, I successfully advanced deeper into Poland.
Plenty of troops coming up behind,
Krakow is already under my control. Meanwhile, in India, Chad is moving his large stacks somewhere. By the way, he has upgraded his anti-air units even further. Do you think this will stop North Korea's air force?
Never.
Poland is also conducting a ground operation. His AA division stats are quite impressive. Let's take a closer look on my ranking. Over the last 3 days, my position and the size of my economy have barely changed despite our ongoing battles. Moreover, you can see that my economy isn't much larger than my opponent's, meaning we are on relatively equal footing. Poland is attacking me with cruise missiles again. But since they're only level 1, he failed once more.
Weak. Nice.
I successfully built the Death Star, and it detected Chad relocating his infantry.
His little satellite out.
This is the perfect opportunity to launch a counterattack. However, since I cannot use planet-scale weapons on the planet I'm standing on, I'll deploy my air forces for this mission. By destroying Chad's infantry, I'll prevent him from capturing my territories and buy myself time. So I cannot let this opportunity slip away. During the first airstrike, I eliminated 2 infantries. The second strike wiped out the remaining 2.
Hell yeah.
A little later, I spotted 2 more infantries in the air and sent my fighters to intercept them. Mission accomplished.
This is hurting him.
Another Chad's minion at the airfield was also destroyed.
Probably take out the
2 days
airfield
passed.
as well, yeah?
South Africa joined the campaign to overthrow the tyrant. Additionally, the report shows that Chad used aircrafts to eliminate my infantry. The Allied ground forces have gathered in one location and are preparing for an attack. The confrontation is far from over. You'll see the continuation of North Korea's war against the world in the next and final part. See you soon.
That is awesome, guys. Okay, so
in this episode, we'll see what happens.
Let's stop that here. So we're learning a lot here about the timings of SAM turrets every 10 minutes. Obviously, they've got a weakness to helicopters, so there's your way in. Every 10 minutes, he can pop in and pop out. He's just got to hit it in the right time zones. I didn't realise they wouldn't fire. I get if they were to reload and then 10 minutes shoot again. But this is 10-minute timings on the whole map. So once you've worked that out, you've got such small windows to hit. Man, I love it. And the fact that he's got eyes on everything in secret ways as well. He's got all these commandos here. I mean, this is the next video, which we're going to do in the next episode soon. Excuse me. Whoa. I love the fact that he's got his subs. I love all the micromanagement. Now, you can do this micromanagement if you can spend a lot of time on the game watching it, especially at 4 times speed. You just got to be precise. Unfortunately, I look at the game every few hours or so when I'm on a 4 times speed, so I don't have to. I'm not there to do it most of the time, so I can do it where I can, but I don't think I'd be as successful as this guy. What have we seen him lose? About 3 units so far? It's just mad. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave that one here. South Africa is using tanks. Noob. That's not newbie. It's great. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Do pop over to Con Sweaty's channel. It's all in the description below. Con_Sweaty. He does other videos as well. He's got a ballistic missile one up and running. I think that involves some of the gameplay from our game we did together. So go check him out, subscribe to him and all that, and we'll learn a lot together. But I'll see you on the next one. We'll do it soon. And hopefully North Korea in this one will take over the world. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care. The dude is out.